Let's imagine you fall sick during a pandemic. Would you risk going to the hospital and catching a deadly pathogen? The next best thing is to Google your symptoms and make an educated guess about what you're suffering from. And if you're anything like me, you will assume you have the deadliest of all the diseases that your symptoms can indicate, leading to further stress and anxiety. That's when you need a doctor, if not for anything else, just to assure you that everything is okay. At that moment, it would hardly matter if the doctor is on video. Who would have thought that the coronavirus crisis would wean us away from going to the doctor, which in turn would result in a telemedicine boom? Not even this ex-Myntra team.
As tech entrepreneurs, we really get excited by solving huge problems with application of tech. In Mfine, we saw an opportunity to become very meaningful, at the same time large and globally competitive company. That's really what drove us to start Mfine.
Before the coronavirus crisis and the lockdown that followed, the Bengaluru-based telemedicine startup Mfine averaged around 1,000 to 1,500 consultations per day. Now, the number has reached 3,500 to 4,000 per day.
What could have happened over 2-3 years of adoption of technology, digital technology in healthcare delivery, now seems to happen in a much more accelerated way, and what would have happened in the future years, I think will happen this year itself in 6 to 9 months.
Mfine's teleconsultation services can be accessed through both video and voice calls, which is especially relevant in India, where the internet is still inaccessible to a significant section of the society.
For a country like India, the doctors are so less, and getting to a doctor is really a very painful experience, right? I mean, the entire experience is broken, and if you're in a second tier or third tier town, you probably don't even have all the specialist doctors anywhere within the reach of 100-200 kilometers, right? So telemedicine is the inevitable solution for a large country with a very limited number of doctors.
Unlike your usual Google search, which throws up results without any context, Mfine is aided by artificial intelligence. This AI takes your medical history as well as lifestyle history into account and presents the doctor with the most probable cause of your symptoms. The final diagnosis is of course made by the doctor.
I think the whole concept is based on the ability of artificial intelligence to make the conversations more precise and arrive at the possibilities of diagnosis and treatment more accurately and more quickly. I think in this COVID times, it's a phenomenal boom to be able to do consultation via video conferencing.
The doctor can simply focus on talking to the patient, counseling the patients, or assuring them their documentation work or their system work is reduced to absolute minimum. Doctor saves up to 80% of his or her time on each case. That's how they're becoming more and more productive, of course.
What about the users? What do they have to say?
I was a little skeptical about this. It was a new platform for me, and for medical advices, we usually don't rely on something unknown or someone unknown. But then I heard my father had found our family doctor on the app as well, so that gave me a lot of confidence.
In April, Mfine raised over $17 billion in Series B funding. Its investors include SBI Group Japan, BNext Singapore, Prime Venture Partners and Stellaris Venture Partners.
We see the world more and more moving towards a new form of healthcare delivery, wherein virtual visits, remote monitoring, much more preventative care, etc. are the norms. I think what we are building at Mfine is the platform for that future.
Telemedicine does seem like the future at this moment. So have you availed any telemedicine services? What has your experience been? Let us know in the comments below.